I'm a little bit late. A few tech issues, but you know, it's all good. So I'm just going to wait for a few moments for people to find me. And I'm going to share this to my personal profile as well. So bear with me. It's a shame I can't do Instagram at the same time. But never mind. Okay, so going live now. So I'm just going to share this on my personal profile as well. Okay, excellent. And I should be in the group. Also, so I'm doing this from my Facebook business page. I will go and find my group. If you are putting comments in the group, I will come back to them. It's just that it's hard to do all of the things all at the same time. And it's the comments don't show on obviously on the business page, but business page allows me to share everywhere, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm just seeing if there's any comments here. Okay, perfect. Hi Carol, good to see you here. So the premise of this is to send love, healing, forgiveness, sharing our light to support healing and forgiveness around the globe, because there is a lot of stuff going on at the moment, and I think us doing what we can energetically out in the quantum field, out in the Akashic records, is something that we can do. So why don't we? You know, if we're kind of, there's lots of stuff going on out there all over the world, and you know, we're kind of here doing our thing, and you know, stuck in our own stuff as well. And it doesn't mean that we can't do anything, we don't have any power, that we don't have any ability to support people energetically on the other side of the world. So I know that interestingly, there's quite a lot of people doing stuff today, and I think it's because it's Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th, happy Witches' Day, which is amazing. It's also Goddess Day as well, because Venus rules Friday. So there's a lot of divine feminine power happening today, and being celebrated in all kind of shapes and sizes, also in all kinds of ways. But today just felt really poignant to be able to use the energies of the day, but also for us to come together collectively to send love, essentially. Now, if you've got a pendulum, amazing. You can spin your pendulum along with me. I'm going to just channel some commands through to support what we can, and it will go wherever it needs to go. And we're going to bring in a lot of spirits, a lot of beings of light to support this process. If you don't have a pendulum, that's okay. Just you being here and playing along with me and all of us and collectively stepping into this space is enough for you to create change. And that's what we're doing. We're wanting to activate a shift in the quantum field, activate a shift in the Akashic records of the countries that are really going through a lot of turmoil and disruption and conflict. So obviously we've got Israel and Palestine, that you know is the kind of like the highlights and the newest kind of events that is, and set circumstances that have happened. But this is going on all over the place, you know, and it has been going on for a long time. As we know, war is one of those things that keeps us in fear, and it causes a lot of pain, and you know that's part of the agenda. But we are here collectively sharing our light, and that is our weapon of choice. It's love, it's peace, it's harmony, and that's what we're going to be sharing today. So I'm just going to see if there's any comments. I don't want to ignore people if they're showing up live. Hi Bex, good to see you. Sonia's got her pendulum, amazing. Okay, and of course if you're watching the replay, please do put hashtag replay in the comments. You can you know, you can kind of join in at any time. So of course we've got a bit of key work to do here. We're not going to be here for ages, but we need to be grounded before we call in our beings of light, because there is legions of light beings that are here, and I'm probably going to get emotional. I don't know, it's funny that I get emotional with these types of things. And I'm not a massive emotional person, but I don't know, when we come together collectively and we do these group healings, I kind of get, I get a bit emotional. And I think it's because I know that the enormity of what we can do. And so I feel glad that we're able to do that. I feel empowered that we're able to do that. And I also feel humbled that we're able to do that as well. So it always kind of gets me every time. Anytime that you see me where I've done one of these healings, I've ended up crying through parts of it. But you know, it's an emotional release as well. I think because I'm Pisces, Sun and Moon, I'm very much connected in with the collective as well. So I think I'm usually pretty good, and I'm kind of quite disconnected. But I think the last 24 hours have been very connected, and I'm really feeling it. So I'm going to put that aside though, because I'm here to do a job and to facilitate this space. So coming back into the room, I'm just going to get you to just put some thick, strong silver roots into the earth. So if you just want to close your eyes for me and take a big, deep breath in. And as you take that big, deep breath in, I want you to imagine that you've got these thick, strong silver roots just making their way into the earth, making their way into the ground. And we're just going to take those silver roots down to the heart of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth, as I like to kind of imagine or sense, feel or know, the heart of Mother Earth is a beautiful large crystal. So just wrap your roots around the around your silver roots around that large crystal, and just notice what kind of crystal has presented itself. You may not know the name, but whatever the colour might be, sense, feel or know that. Wrap your roots around the crystal and start to draw that crystalline energy from the heart of Mother Earth back up through the silver roots and up into your feet. And just allow the crystalline energy now to make its way through the body, all the way up through your legs, through the chakras, through your torso, into the heart space, going up into your throat, all the way into the head. And the crown chakra opens and that crystalline energy bursts through the top of your head. And we're just allowing the crystalline energy from the heart of Mother Earth just to surround you. So whatever colour that crystalline energy is, it's just surrounding you, moving through your auric field, moving through your space, just cleansing and clearing and just rebalancing anything that needs to be realigned, maybe released or cleared. And we're now going to ask for your own spirit team to step into the space with you, and these will be beings of 100% pure love and light only. Now stepping closer to your physical body. They're here to support us sending this healing to all people, animals, countries, the earth, anybody that wishes to receive. And this is all done for the highest good of all concerned. So your spirit team stepping closer to you. Some of you, you know your spirit team, and for some of you, you may be still getting to know them. That's okay, that's all perfect. We're going to ask for the 6 archangels to hold you in angelic white light, and these angels will hold the space as we do this powerful healing today. So we're going to ask for Archangel Michael to step in behind you, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Raphael to your right, Archangel Uriel, please take a space in front of us. Archangel Sandalphon, please ensure that we are connected in with the crystalline grid of the earth. We're connected in with Middle Earth and all beings of light that reside in Middle Earth. Any portalways that hold the Fae, the elemental energies, we request a direct connection with them, if it's for the highest good of all concerned, and for their support with the healing today. So you may start to find the elemental energies, the Fae, the unicorns, mer people, the dragons, also now start to step into your space. Just ensuring that we're connected in with the crystalline grid of the earth, and Archangel Sandalphon closes the space beneath our feet. Archangel Metatron, please bring down the golden pillar of light of divine source energy. Bringing that golden pillar of light above your head, connecting it in with your etheric chakras at the above and the back of your head, and allowing that golden pillar of light to fill the room with beautiful golden energy, filled with healing light codes, wisdom, abundance, prosperity, health. And that golden pillar of light connects in with your crown chakra, and the whole of your body lights up, your auric field. It's like you're sitting in a golden globe of light, feeling the warmth. Archangel Metatron, please close the space above our heads, ensuring that we are now held, shielded safely in this white golden light. So we're now going to ask for all beings of light, 100% pure love and light only, to support us with this healing transmission, this healing that we wish to send, in particular to Israel and Palestine and all factions of that area that are involved in the current circumstances, the current challenges that are playing out there. But we also wish to send this healing to every individual person, every location on the planet that also needs this healing, knowing that our healing is infinite. It's a resource that is ready, available through the energy and frequency of love. Every human, every soul has the capacity, every light being has a capacity to hold the frequency of unconditional love. It's an infinite resource and frequency that we all can tap into at any point in time, in any dimension. So we now ask for all beings of light, legions of angels, councils of light, ascended masters, goddesses, gods, galactic beings, star races, our family guides, our ancestors, the animal kingdom, our animal guides, Mother Earth, Gaia, Divine Source, and any other being of 100% pure love and light that I have not named. You are welcome to help and support us in being able to facilitate the healing today. Can I request, with the Akashic record keepers, of all locations that wish to receive an activation, an upgrade, an edit to now be opened if it's for the highest good of all concerned, and for the karmic board of 100% pure love and light also to be present in this healing, and also, if available, for the Akashic records of Gaia to also be opened, and if it's for the highest good of all concerned, every Akashic record to be opened of every individual that wishes to receive healing. Just to repeat, this is done for the highest good of all concerned. So if they are not ready to receive healing, they are not meant to receive healing, then they won't. It's all perfect. So when you're ready, if you'd like to pick up your pendulum, and we'll just see what else we need to channel through. Okay, so we're going to do what I'm planning to do, because we're all connected in. I'm planning to do all of the releases and the clearings first, and then I want to do some activations and fill up the void, the space that we create by doing those clearings. So that's kind of how I'm going to work. So when we do, I probably won't hold this for very long, it's quite heavy. When we do a release, we generally go anti-clockwise, but if your pendulum starts to spin clockwise, it's fine. It's just whatever, it's all about intention. So you're not doing anything wrong if it's going in a different direction. It'll go in whatever direction your higher self and your guides are willing that pendulum to go. You're using your body to do that, of course, but it's coming from a higher source. Okay, so first of all, what I would like to do is to connect to all trauma, all wounding, all programming and conditioning that has been created, that has been experienced by every individual person involved in whatever conflicts or whatever challenging circumstances are happening. And can we ask for that to be cleared to zero, please? So all healing that we do today will be updated in all of the Akashic records that this is going to be connected to. All wisdom or knowledge will be remaining intact, but what we're doing is we're releasing the energetic hold that those circumstances, those events where they've created trauma, they've created wounding, they've created conditioning, limiting beliefs, illusions, programming, that is what we're cancel alt deleting now. We're neutralizing it, we're taking it to zero. And can I ask for anything that we do release in terms of energy that needs to be alchemized, transmuted, transformed, that goes straight to divine source, to be recycled, to be alchemized by divine source and recycled. So just let the pendulum spin, and your pendulum may spin longer, it may not spin as long as mine. It's individual. Just know that whatever you are giving, whatever we're creating now on the quantum field, is going to create a change, a shift of some kind. Doesn't matter what the size of the change is. Just know that what we're doing through these commands and with this pendulum spin is that we are instigating an activation of change, of healing, of new alignment, and that's what we're doing. So we want to activate these first commands, please, and I want to connect to all timelines, lifetimes, universes, dimensions and beyond throughout all of the Akashic records where we can activate this change. All dimensions, all lifetimes, all timelines, all universes, all conscious levels throughout all of our whole body systems. Also connecting in with the Akashic records of the locations, And wherever we can release any stuck energy that's connected to these wounds, these traumas, these circumstances, these situations, these events, we're also asking for those to be neutralized. So just letting the pendulum spin, and as I say, your pendulum may have stopped already, that's okay. You've done what you needed to do to that point. My pendulum's going to spin for ages probably. So we just wanted to connect first of all with those points, just seeing what we need to release. So this will be working in the Akashic Records, of course. It'll be working in the quantum field, and because we're doing it as a collective, we're collectively coming into this space to do this healing. Our power is magnified. Of course, we are powerful as one individual, but when we come together as a collective, it's like we are sending a much bigger beacon, because we're doing it simultaneously. We're sending up a much bigger beacon of change, of energy, of alignment. So we're amplifying this, and I'm going to just put that request out for everything that we do today. Can we ask for it to be also amplified to the maximum level possible, so that we leverage everything that we can with this healing today. So wherever it can be amplified to the maximum level possible for the highest good of all concerned, we also request that, please. I'm also going to request in the Akashic Records for this healing to continue to be, if it's for the highest good of all concerned, to be a continual beacon of healing, of light, that remains open in the Akashic Records. It's almost like a success anchor. It's an intention that will continue to beam this intention, this healing, everything that we're doing today, 24/7. So it's a continual, permanent, if it's for the highest good of all concerned, a permanent healing that continues to send a beacon of healing light, of love, to wherever it needs to go, wherever it is being transmitted at the moment. Okay, so that has been activated. I'm going to change pendulum. So we're now going to speak to the karmic board of light, and I'm just going to ask if, in particular, where there is conflict, destruction, whether that be of the planet, whether that be of humanity, whether, if there are karmic lessons, karmic debt, karmic contracts and agreements that can now be completed, that can be closed off, that can be resolved, that can be shut down, that are potentially keeping this cycle of destruction going, this karmic cycle, this loop. If there are any that we can close down, and we have the permission from the karmic board of light, can we request that that be done now? And the Akashic Records that connect with those karmic lessons, contracts and debt, the karmic agreements, the cycles, the loops, the patterns, that they are updated accordingly. So again, just letting the pendulum spin, as there's clearly karmic stuff that we're closing down here, otherwise the pendulum wouldn't be spinning, which is great, because I think some of these things just don't need to be there, but they've just not been officially closed down. So we're just allowing that to activate wherever that needs to go, wherever that can be shut down. And anything that we can extend for the highest good of all concerned, from an ancestral perspective, for all souls that are not actually incarnated, that wish to also receive and be part of this healing, to be able to close down their own karmic lessons, patterns and loops that connect to war, destruction, that continue to create the conditioning, the programming, the beliefs that one person is more right than the other, where there needs to be this conflict in order to be heard, or to have a sense of justification or get revenge, whatever the driver is. If there's anything that we can be released, anything that can be cleared, where anything that can be neutralized from a programming perspective, anything where the ancestors are willing to receive that healing, receive that neutralization, again for the highest good of all concerned. Every soul has free will. Every soul can choose whether they wish to receive. Whether they're conscious or not, they can choose. It will not happen if they do not choose. So there's quite a lot being cleared here from my perspective. I'm not sure how you're getting on at home. And if your shoulder is hurting, maybe you can put your elbow on the table for the purpose of being alive. I have to hold mine up so that you can see my pendulum spinning. Okay. So there's a lot of karma. There's a lot of karma. I also want to just speak to, whilst we're also just going to add in anything that we can release from the land. Because the land also holds the imprint of war. So if we can neutralize, even in places where there isn't conflict, but there is still the energy of war, struggle, hardship, if there's any healing that we can do there also, any releasing that we can do from the records, so we don't have to hold on to the trauma, the imprint of those events, can we ask for those to also be released, neutralized in the records of Mother Earth, or the records of those particular locations? Okay. So I'm still clearing. I mean, there's just so much karma. Karma's going to be a thing that we're going to need to continue to. I know it definitely was in my downloaded message in January about the focus of karma being the thing that we need to really focus on this year. And yes, have we been doing that in terms of releasing our karmic patterns, becoming much more soul self-aware of our choices, our patterns and behaviours, which some of them are connected to karma, some of them are just connected to fear of change. And it's going to be a continuation into 2024. But I think through our learnings and our healing and everything that we're doing in 2023, I think we're going to be way more adept at it in 2024. So I think 2024 will feel, I want to say the word brighter, but I think we're just more adept. I think we are, we have, not from a perspective of like, there'll be an element of us needing, being more resilient, but not to a point of not having compassion and empathy, where we kind of numb out because it's like the everyday. It's not that. It's just that we know how, we have a better way of being able to manage our own processes and know our energy and our cycles in a better way. So we understand what we're being impacted by and how to navigate that. So I think that's, for me, 2024. I think we're just more skillful at moving through the human experience, and we'll continue to work on our karma. What we might find is that we have to work more collectively in these types of groups to work on collective karma. So for those that maybe have done a lot of individual karmic work, we might find that we're now doing more collective karmic work to not necessarily to speed up the process, but to make it easier for people. And I think that's probably what, I'm just channeling this through, but I think that's probably what we're looking at in 2024. Thank you, guys. Okay, so are we still going with the karma? We're still going with the karma. I'm still going with karma. So there's a lot of old, so I'm just channeling again. There's a lot of old karmic timelines that haven't had enough clearing and healing from them. So fall of Atlantis, ancient Egypt, and the kind of the darker timelines in Egypt. And obviously coming through history, there's a lot of karmic stuff, you know, World War One, World War Two. If we're thinking about big events where there's these karmic repeat things going on, there's still a need to put a lot of light into those timelines. And I think there is those particular timelines need to be blasted with light, because there is almost like things within the timelines that can just trigger off the darkness of the timeline again. And it's almost like we need to get to those things to obliterate those, so that there isn't that resurgence of karmic energy, emotions, feelings, beliefs, programming, whatever it might be. It's almost like getting into the circuitry of that timeline and blasting light through it. My pendulum is spinning really quickly, so that's like a confirmation of that. As I'm speaking, this will actually be occurring as well. I'm speaking and kind of chatting, but my pendulum, this will be an activation that is now happening as I'm in channel. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to ask my guides if there's anything else that I need to do from a clearing, because I know that there's quite a lot that I would like to do from an activation perspective. Okay, is there more that I need to do from a healing, releasing? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to change pendulums again, trying to get lighter, but I don't think I've got anything lighter. Okay, so what I want you to now tune into, because we're now going to go clockwise if you're actively spinning, I want you to tune into your heart, and I want you to imagine that you've got your heart light from your heart chakra, and that can be whatever colour light that you wish to emit. And what we are doing is we're holding the frequency of love, unconditional love, for everybody. So really, really doing this from a point of neutrality. No emotions involved in terms of taking sides or anything like that. They've done this, they've done that. Everybody receives unconditional love, because that's how we create change. So I want you to really tune into unconditional love, and you may want to connect in with somebody that you just have unconditional love for. Pets are really good for unconditional love into terms of tuning into that emotion and what that feels like. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shine that out from our hearts. So when we do this activation now, we're just going to allow for unconditional love to emanate from our heart. And you may want to place your hand, whichever hand you're not using, on your heart, so you make that connection with your heart space. And just imagine that there's that beam of light, unconditional love, that beam of light coming from the chest. And we're just sending that out into the quantum field. And that's going to be all dimensions. That's going to be all timelines, lifetimes, universes, all locations, sending that unconditional love from our hearts. As the pendulum starts to spin, what we're going to firstly do, again for the highest good of all concerned, is we're going to raise the consciousness of everybody on the planet. If it's for the highest good of all concerned, raising the consciousness of everybody on the planet. Also raising the consciousness of every light being, wherever they are. Because it's not just here that we have to raise the consciousness. We have to raise the consciousness everywhere. So we're just raising the consciousness of every being of light, or every being, every soul. Raising the consciousness, sending that unconditional love out into the quantum field, out into the space around you. And there may be particular areas, say within the planet, particular locations, particular people that you want to send that unconditional love to. Also, extend that love, that beam of light to them. That's perfect. So we're now going to send blue-green healing energy, unconditional love, the frequencies of unconditional love, to all souls that wish to receive this healing, whether that be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual healing. We send that on the frequency of divine love, unconditional love. We send it on the frequency of compassion and forgiveness. And asking for any soul that wishes to receive, letting them know that they can receive that. It will be also placed into their Akashic records as a continual beacon of light, of frequency for them to tune into, whether that be conscious or not, knowing that they have access to unconditional love. Also sending this frequency, this light, to the planet, to Mother Earth, to all animals that need this healing, need this love. All locations, all nature, plants, trees, every aspect that is being harmed by the actions and the choices of humans. We send unconditional love. We also send unconditional love to ourselves. We're here sending this healing as a collective. We send unconditional love to ourselves. I send unconditional love to you. And deep, deep gratitude for being here live, watching the replay, being part of this healing circle, being part of this collective, this community, this group. So allowing that blue-green healing energy to go wherever it needs to go, to whatever person. This includes our ancestors who wish to also maybe receive unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, healing, to be received on all conscious levels, throughout our whole body system, throughout the multidimensional beings and all of our energy bodies, receiving that healing wherever it needs to be received, sending that healing wherever it needs to go. And it's all on the frequency of unconditional love. This is the frequency that will heal all. This is the frequency that creates change. And we all have access to it. So just letting the pendulum spin as that's being activated, the frequencies of unconditional love being placed into every person's Akashic records that wish to receive it, again as a success anchor, into the Akashic records of the locations of Mother Earth, of all of the animals, the nature. We send this unconditional love as a beacon of light, as a frequency, as a message that can be continually transmitted. Just letting the pendulum spin. And that has been completed. So I'm now requesting you place perhaps your other hand over your hand on your heart. And I'm now requesting this transmission to be a permanent transmission in the Akashic records of all concerned, so that we can have this continual remembrance and connection to the divine frequency of unconditional love. And for the unconditional love that we can have for each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. And I ask for all Akashic records now to be closed. Thanking our guides, the legions of light beings that joined us today to help facilitate our beacons of light as a collective to go where they needed to go. And I thank you again with deep gratitude and love for spending this time with me and allowing me to hold this space for you as you take part in this healing. Make sure you drink lots of water, because you've also received just as much as we have given, you have received in turn. So make sure you drink lots of water. And if you've got any questions, anything like that, please let me know in the comments. If you want to share this in your own communities so other people can take part, they don't need to have a pendulum. They just need to sit in the space and just transmit unconditional love and just be open to the fact that we can create change as a collective, shining our lights. We can create change. We are creating change. It's not we can, we are. We are creating change. Keep believing that. Keep believing in yourself and keep believing in humanity, because we need that belief to keep going. So let me see if we've got any comments. Once I get into channel, Okay. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Sandra. Wow, there's loads of people here. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Sinead. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Jude. I'm so delighted that you did. Becky had a pendulum ready. Amazing. Hi, Pauline. Excellent. Yay. I'm really warm and fuzzy now, but I'm still feeling quite emotional. So I might have to go and have a little cry in the corner. Okay, so love and blessings, everybody. Thank you again. I'm going to see if I can download this. I should be able to do this and get it onto YouTube because I think it needs to go on there as well for anybody that wishes to join in. Take care, knowing that you are shining your light, and love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Enjoy the rest of Friday the 13th.